I'm going to be famous someday.
Okay, this is we're here with HVAC Tony, part of the Contractor Olympics. This is American Heritage Center Radio.
Yes.
At 102.9 FM and 1140 AM every Thursday at 12 o'clock. HVAC Tony is going to demonstrate how to clean out the A coil and how to check the pressure to see if it holds pressure on the A coil. This is part of the Contractor Olympics, part of the hands-on side of the radio show.
Very good. So we have here.
So we need to start. We need to start.
Oh, we're not on. Okay. This is your typical A coil.
So let me prep it up.
All right.
I need the microphone.
No, it's.
Okay, so we're here on the hands-on side of the Heritage Center, the Contractor Olympics. We have HVAC Tony, the A coil. He's going to demonstrate how to clean an A coil and then how to test the pressure of the A coil to make sure that it has no leaks in it. And so the A coil is the top hat, basically, that the furnace or air handler wears, and it takes the heat away. The air blows through this top hat, which is like an A-frame on the top of a house, the roof of the house, and it floats on top of and then the air blows through these honeycomb type fins that are like the gills on a fish, and the hot air blows through these fins, and it takes the heat away. The Freon runs through these twisted copper lines that are like 50, 60 feet of copper lines that twist around the coils, and the hot air goes through, and it heats up the copper coils, and then it takes the heat away outside of the house. Okay, so Tony, let's do the test here for the first. Let's clean it out.
So we have, like you were explaining, the A-frame coil that, as you were saying, has a typical airflow coming from underneath, passes up over past the coils, and it will, in turn, remove the heat. And so this coil cleaner must spray it thoroughly, applied liberally. That's the only kind of time I like to use that word, is when you're applying liquids. You want to apply it liberally and let it sit for several minutes. And then this particular cleaner, you can already tell, it's, as you can see, the coils are starting to shine, the fins are shining, the aluminum, because you have aluminum and copper here, and your copper coils are full of refrigerant. And it changes states, several stages throughout the system as it passes through. It goes from a high pressure gas to a low pressure liquid, and so on and so forth as it goes through the system. And so now we have
so let me tell him first, HVAC Tony has sprayed coil cleaner.
Further away.
Okay, HVAC Tony has sprayed coil cleaner with a spray device.
A solvent,
yeah, it's a coil cleaner solvent, and now he's brushing the fins, because the fins, they pull in, it sucks in like cat hair, dog hair, or human hair, or dust particles and whatnot through it. It sucks it. Yeah, it sucks dandruff and whatnot. It sucks it in the A coil, and so now he's sprayed the cleaner out, and then he's gotten a brush and he's brushing the fins to clean out the.
So I've sprayed that one side of the coil. I'm going to spray the other side. You can see this side is much dirtier than that side was, for whatever reason. Had something to do with the airflow, I'm sure. And again, you want to spray it liberally, and you can work your way from the bottom up or the top down. It doesn't really make much of a difference, but you want to, again, have it real liberal application. You want to have proper face mask and eye protection when doing this, so that you don't have any injuries or anything of that nature. So be sure to do that, listeners. And so put a heavy application on here, and then we're going to do the brush again and brush the fins nice and gently. Careful not to destroy the fins, and because that's how they breathe, as you were saying, is that they air passes over them to make sure that the temperature change happens when you get to the cold part of the coil there.
Okay, cool. All right, so he's finished the cleaning on the coil. So now we're going to get into the testing the pressurized to make sure there's no leaks in the coils. Make sure it's still good. So, all right, so
what I'm going to do is crimp these. I'm going to crimp these ends shut, because it's a used coil, and so I'm going to crimp these ends shut Typically, you could use a cap of some sort and cap them shut, but I'm going to go ahead and try to crimp these shut, God willing. And there we go. Let's see here. And then what I'll do is I'll use the oxygen acetylene torch to close it up.
Okay, so what's going on is sometimes when the AC system in your house or apartment's not working, it's most of the time is if it's low on Freon, it's leaked out somehow. And 90% of the time,
It's a sealed system, yes.
yeah, it's 90% of the time if the leaks occur in where the A coil is. But sometimes it's not the case where it's A coil, the leak is somewhere else. So what you can do is you seal the system on the A coil, you pinch them like what he's doing right now, and then he's going to get the torches, the acetylene and the oxygen torches.
Just make sure that this stuff,
to,
this product doesn't have any kind of flammability. We don't want to start this process without making sure it's not going to catch on fire in the process. It does, I don't see anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see any precautions about it being flammable. So I think we're going to be okay. So again, we have the oxygen acetylene sitting here, the little miniature tank. We have both oxygen acetylene, the small tanks that you carry around from job to job. I was telling Adam here about the tanks. You want to keep them closed off whenever they're not in use. It's always important because you can get a gas leak or an oxygen leak in one of your hoses. There's lots of different connections from the tank to the tip of the torch. And so you could have a leak inside the mechanism of the torch or the knob or anywhere. So you want to be careful to close your tanks off at the valve each and every time. So when you just turn it on, just barely crack it and you'll see it pop open on the gauge. And the same with the oxygen. Turn it on, just barely turn it. All right, and then so you want to make sure you wear proper eye protection whenever
So he's just lit the torch.
All right, the torch has been lit.
And so
Alright,
this torch has two tanks. There's the acetylene and the oxygen tanks on the torch. The oxygen makes the acetylene drive even harder and get even hotter. Okay, so what Tony's now doing, he's getting out the flux, which is the wire stuff